Hello friends, I wanted to address a question that I get so often on my videos about co-sleeping and breastfeeding laying down at night. I have 6 children and I have co-slept with all 6 of them, and I have not ever been at a lack of sleep even from day 1 with the newborns, and that is because of co-sleeping and learning how to breastfeed laying down. Now, I will link some videos that I have already made on these topics, talking about how to do it and how wonderful it's been for my children and myself. But one of the questions that I get on those videos all the time is, how do you stay warm while co-sleeping? Because of course you're not supposed to have blankets over you and over the baby or any kind of loose bedding, because that turns into a hazard for the baby's health if it were to obstruct their airways. So, you definitely want to keep the pillows and blankets and any sort of super loose clothing, anything that could possibly get wrapped around the baby or block their breathing, especially when they're very little and they can't move themselves. So one of the questions I get most often is, how do you stay warm, especially now that we're going into fall and it's starting to get chilly, without having blankets pulled up over, the top half of your body, and still being able to nurse on demand without actually sitting up, waking up, doing that kind of thing. My babies, they just kind of treat me as an all-night buffet. When they're hungry, they stir just a little bit, and when they're newborns, that tells me that they're ready to eat, and I'm able to bring them in and nurse them. But now my daughter, she's 11 months old, she's almost a year, I can't believe it, and she is she just helps herself. She knows when she's hungry. I don't think she even fully wakes up. She just kind of wiggles over and finds the breast, and I don't really even notice. And so we sleep so soundly through the night, and she gets nursed whenever she needs it. It is a beautiful way of being able to bond with your baby at night, have all of their needs met, and then as a mama, you get to snuggle with them and you get to make sure that they're safe, and it's just wonderful. But everyone needs to be comfortable, and babies, we can wrap up in all these cute little warm night clothes, and us, if we want to have that all night buffet available and still make sure that they're safe without having all this loose bedding, then there's some things that you need to do. It's a very easy fix. So this is actually what I wear at night. It is just a boat neck or a V-neck thermal that is tight enough that it doesn't, turn around a lot when I'm moving around at night. Warm enough that I don't even need a blanket, but also gives the baby easy access to my breast when she needs it. I'm never cold at night, and she never has a problem getting to my breast. It just goes right underneath my breast and just kind of hooks underneath it when she nurses, and then if I need to pull it up after she's done, then that's what I do. Now, obviously, we all have different size breasts, so it's going to make a difference, what works best for you. But I wanted to give you guys kind of a direction of what I've used that I find just so perfect. Now, this particular thermal is made by Free People, and I don't remember the name of this thermal, but I know that they are very easy to find. If you were to look on like Poshmark, I don't know if some of you know these apps where you can buy gently used clothes. Poshmark, Mercari, I think eBay, you can even get them for $5 or $10. Just your basic thermal that is either a V-neck or a boat neck. Now, again, we all have different size breasts, so we're gonna have to, kind of factor that in. I think because of this particular material, it is so stretchy that I think it would accommodate just about any size breast. But if you were to find maybe a different kind of thermal somewhere, you can, when it's wet, you can kind of stretch the neck if you need to have a little bit of more give in there. But I found that these are the absolute best for staying warm while still giving the baby access to your breast when you're co-sleeping. Another option that some people I know have found to work for them. I don't really like it because I feel like it's a tiny bit uncomfortable, but just a regular zip down hoodie. Now, zip down hoodie is not my first choice. Again, you have kind of the extra fabric from the hoodie that could be uncomfortable for you if you're laying on your back, or extra fabric that could possibly pose some sort of a hazard for the baby. You also have the zipper, which, you know, is metal, and so that's a potential of maybe scratching the baby or something of that nature. Although I have used zip down hoodies in the past, I haven't had any problems. They're just not my favorite, but it's an option if you're looking for something and you don't have it readily available to you right now. So just be a little bit careful with the hazards that those zip down hoodies might pose. So I hope this helps some of you out there who are starting to get cold at night and trying to find a way to stay comfortable while co-sleeping with your baby. This has worked great for me, for all 6 of mine, and I hope it works well for you too. So thank you again, and until next time, be well.